I'm not an alcoholic, honest. Honest, I'm not an alcoholic. But when you collect all your stuff up to take back to the shop because you get a deposit on there, then you actually see how much stuff you use. Order. Orders. I was reading about the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, and there it's about 10 kilometres deep, and they went down with a little submarine and found out that it's totally polluted down there with really toxic chemicals. And since the last 100 years, we've just been dumping stuff in the sea, you know, the equivalent to out of sight, out of mind. Throw it in the river, who cares? So all the runoff from the lands, from all the chemicals, they eventually go in the rivers and into the sea. And if you think about it, it's logical. All that stuff's going to collect at the deepest point. And they found out it's totally toxic down there. And we've all seen that picture of the turtle with a plastic straw stuck in its nose, and pictures of whales or sea creatures, fish with bear tabs stuck around them, whales with plastic bags in their stomachs. It's disgusting, really. It really is disgusting. And so much plastic that we use, it's unbelievable. Especially this polycarbonate plastic, it's impossible to tear with your hands. And I'm just glad that in Germany they have a recycling system. Now I've got to go down to the shop today, and all this stuff has got a deposit on, all these bottles, these plastic bottles. Every single one's got a deposit on, and the glass bottles too. And so I have to go down to the shop and bring them all back. And it's work, but it's a worthwhile work in a way. And I just can't understand why other countries don't do it. When I was a kid in England, lots of bottles had deposits on, and we used to collect the bottles if we had no money and take them down to the shop. And if you go to England or a country without any deposit system, you just look in the hedgerows or in the fields, it's full of cans and plastic bottles and plastic bags. Whereas in Germany it's quite free of that, apart from the odd McDonald's rubbish in the hedges. But cans, bottles and plastic bottles, even milk bottles, are all have a deposit on them. So you take them back to the shop and you get some money back. And so all this stuff here, I've got to take it down to the shop now, and I'll probably get enough money for a 6-pack of beer from all this. But that's not the point, really. The point is it forces you into recycling. I don't know what happens at the factory where the bottling factory, whether they melt the bottles down again, because these ones, for example, they can't use those again, but maybe they can melt them down there and make new bottles out of them, I don't know. But when you see those pictures of great big slicks of plastic in the Pacific Ocean around these Tahitian islands, or it's paradise, and then you see all the muck and mess that we've made. It's a bit shameful, isn't it? As I said before, it's no different to the old idea of throw that rubbish in the beck. No one will see it. So I'm glad to do my little tiny bit. And I wonder why more countries don't do this with the deposit on bottles and such like. It is work. And everything's work, isn't it? Because everything's got consequences. So in a way you're paying as well for a big team of people to clean up as well. Maybe I'm just a silly snowflake, but some of those pictures I find so sickening, because those creatures at the bottom of the sea are so innocent, and especially that one with the turtle getting a straw pulled out of his nose. And every little tiny bit you can do to stop stuff like that happening has got to be a good thing in my mind. And I wish the supermarkets would also stop putting everything in plastic. Every single thing. And sometimes not just one plastic envelope, a little plastic tray with a plastic envelope over it. And it just seems senseless to me. But I often think that the packaging industry is as big, and possibly even bigger than the actual products that they're selling. They're actually just wanting to sell all the plastic junk to you. And if you just throw it away, then you've got to pay for it every time. So, off down to the supermarket to bring all the deposit bottles back. Have a great day.